This is an old Weber gas grill I have. I kind of like it, so I'm trying to get it working again. It's been sitting for 6 years maybe. Anyways, I thought it needed a new pressure regulator, and I got one at a store, and it's not the right regulator. This is the regulator. It doesn't come off. It's not an independent hose like that. So I've got to take it back, and I'm probably going to try and order this piece here, right here, online. See, there's the regulator. And it's not at all like this one. I thought they were the same, but they're not. And then I just want to point out to you guys right here that I need to clean this up. The burner is otherwise still very good shape, but I need to clean that filter piece off. Gonna try and clean that off, and then I'm gonna try and put it all back together and see if it'll get flame. I'm gonna clean everything up in the on the barbecue and wash it off, and then we'll have a working gas Weber. And I really enjoyed the flavor of this barbecue more than the other gas grills because it burns in a blue flame. It's very economical, and I enjoy that. So we're going to get this thing running again instead of going out and buying a new barbecue. There we have it, and I'm making this short video just in case I actually put this into a long format video of how to swap out your regulator and refurbish your barbecue. Alright, I used a toothbrush and I cleaned off this screen here. I also went over the top of all the holes, got the dust off of them, and then I did a series of tapping and shaking, and I got dust out of it, probably ash. And I did that for about 5 minutes. Actually, that was a lot of dust. So I'm thinking it might not be the regular. It might have just been a plugged tube. I'm going to get a putty knife and scrape the barbecue down. Alright, that cleaned up pretty easy. I just used the back part of the brush. I didn't even have to go get a putty knife. And got that screwed back on. That was simple. I didn't quite line up the divot mark that was there, but we'll see. And then I just want to point out there's just 2 screws to hold this piece on, and it just slides over into that piece there. So I'm going to put that together now. That discolored piece of brass sits inside of there. Alright, we got it all back on. I only dropped 1 screw, which was fun to find in the grass. And I used some green wipes to clean up the area. It's a rather expensive way to clean your barbecue, but I knew that once I got that screwed in, if it worked, I probably wouldn't want to take it apart to clean it again. So I just used some green wipes on that area. I'll use Bartender's Friend for the entire barbecue once I prove or disprove that all it needed was a little bit of cleaning so the gas can flow properly. Interesting. That's all I used to get my barbecue working again. Alright, I shut it down and I wiped the top off with a green wipe because I know that it's gonna burn any of that dust into the lid and make it harder to clean later on. So I just went ahead and did that, and I started it back up, and it's actually looking like it's at a full flame. So all I needed to do was take that burner out of there, take it off of the regulator, and like I said, I tapped a lot of dust out and I pivoted it back and forth so it all fell out, and then I used a little toothbrush to clean off the filter and put it all back together, and it looks like we got good flame. So now the next step is to treat this like a cast iron skillet. So we're just going to let it heat up. All those cobwebs and good cootie things in there are going to get sterilized, and then I'm going to give it a scrape, a dry scrape. And then I'm going to oil it, and we're going to heat it up. We're going to let it heat on low for like half an hour, and I'm going to oil it again. And that'll eventually get all the rust off of there, and we'll have a nice clean, renewed cooking surface is the theory. And I cooked some really good halibut with this, so I'm kind of excited it was that simple, that easy, and I was able to stop and make a quick video of it. Gonna be seeing me cooking with the Weber now. Weber gas. Like I said, too hot to show you, but it has a blue flame down there. There's only one spot on the burner that has a yellow, so and that's on high. That means you're not going to get that. It's a totally different taste when you're cooking up burgers and steaks. As I hit the whole surface with this, and it does a really good job of getting that flat area clean. Autofocus isn't focusing auto. But it's not getting in between those grooves. Move to the side I've already done. This is 70 seconds I spend on this. How do I know? Like this at an angle, and I just push back and forth and I counted to 10. And I went to the next groove, and I counted to 10. And there's 7 of these grooves I've done. And as you can see, in 70 seconds, I'm almost done shining this up. So that's pretty cool. It's didn't take as much, didn't cost any money, and I'll be able to return that unused regulator, and we'll be able to cook with it. Just recuring it from 5 or 6 years of not being used. Woohoo! That easy, folks. Alright, I got bored, so I sped it up to every 5 seconds, and as you can see from over here, we have 10 seconds, 5 seconds, no scraping going on at all. Alright, it's looking pretty good compared to when before we started. Still a bit rusty. But as you can see, as we get over here where I scrubbed it twice as long, it's looking pretty good. And I'm not too worried about that rust. We're going to coat it with some more cooking oil right now. And you can't even see that flame. There's just the one spot in the middle where each side of the burner, that yellow flame comes out. The rest of it's all blue flame. And that is the best flavor for your meat because it doesn't mask it with pollutants. Pretty cool. I'm excited about getting this going and getting it going for free. I mean, I didn't have to spend a dime here today. Just had to get innovative. Woohoo! Alright, I turned it on low, I covered it with cooking oil, gave it a light scrub with the brush, and we're just going to wipe that oil and rust stuff off with a dry paper towel. And she's looking pretty clean. It makes me want to barbecue. Alright, I got the tripod out. This is turning out really good. I wasn't even going to do a video on this. I just thought, hey, I will come out here and I will try and refurbish my barbecue. The part didn't work, so maybe I can fix it anyway. I cleaned out the filter area by where the regulator connects, cleaned up the burner, and I've been working on this grill top, and it's good, clean enough to cook on now. That's the top side. Let's flip it over and do the bottom side. Hopefully my head was in the shot on that one. A lot of people get gloves for barbecuing, but they don't take into account how thick the gloves are. And that really helps when you're trying to flip stuff, handle hot stuff. You need thick leather gloves, like a welder's glove. I didn't feel any heat from that. A lesser glove would have felt heat, and longer time would have burned your hand. We're just going to repeat the process on this side. Well, first I took this brush and I just, sometimes you got to stabilize the barbecue. Just hit the surface area. It's working a lot better on the bottom. I'm just excited in a hurry. And then we hit it with the next grill brush. Cut your barbecue off. Spray your oil. Put your barbecue back on. And now this oil will burn off, so I want it to cure on first, so I'm going to turn it down to low. I'm just going to quickly scratch it into the rust as much as quickly. And I'm going to close the lid and let it cook off. That easy, folks. We're almost ready to barbecue. I got to return some stuff. Get my money back. Woohoo! Saved money too. fun day. All right. Oh, that's looking pretty good. I've just let it sit here for about 15 minutes maybe. And as you can see, almost all of the rust spots are gone, and we've got this metal glazed back like it was brand new almost. That's pretty good. This is making me really happy. Woohoo!
Shucks, that's good.